Hey everybody, it's Nicole from 'Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I'm going to be working with the Tender Moments Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit, and this is the page that I'm going to be making. The first thing that I do was I kind of cut some papers down to size. They're actually some scraps that I had, and I gathered some of my supplies. This is a shimmers called Holly and the Ivy, and I'm going to call this the table technique. It's similar to the packaging technique, but it's the other way around. So what I did was I put my ink on the table, and then I'm going to smush down my paper onto it, just like that. Then I'm going to smush it again, and I'm going to keep smushing until I can get as much ink off the page as possible. I do not have any kind of medium like gesso on here, so it is just going and soaking directly into the paper, which means that it's pretty much where it belongs, which is good, which is fine. I just wanted to do some, one color on the back. It didn't really need any gesso. So then I wipe up my excess ink with a baby wipe, and then I dry it with a paper towel. And now I'm ready to get started on my page. I am actually going to let that sit for a little bit to dry off a bit. And I'm gonna work with my little scraps for the meantime. I have two pictures. It was my best friend's birthday and we went to AZT time. It's in downtown, not downtown, well, yeah, Old Town Scottsdale. And they had all of the plates set up just perfectly, and then my daughter took a picture of me and my best friend together. So off camera, I went ahead and distressed all of these edges, and now I'm going to be putting them together. I use the measurements on my graph paper here to help me make sure that these are even and it doesn't look, so it looks like it's one piece of paper in the back. Then I'm going to, I was thinking about matting these. I had that paper left in my kit, but I decided to just go with craft paper. It goes with all of the colors of this kit as well, and I just had some on my desk, so it was quite easy to do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my photos on the mats, and then I'm going to stick them down to the blue floral paper. I'm going to stick one directly down with double-sided tape, and then I'm going to use some foam squares to pop up the other picture, just like that. Now the next thing that I'm going to work on, that paper is still, no, it's not actually drying yet. I mean, it's not wet still, it's pretty dry. I'm going to just curl it so that it's curling towards the back instead of towards the front. Just looking to see where I want this to be, and I decide that is where I want it to be, which was how it was to begin with. Now I'm testing my markers to see which one I want to use, and I do wind up just going with a black marker, and I'm going to outline all of the sides of this paper, and then I'm going to put in some hashtags to add some interest to that as well. now that that is worked on, I am going to go ahead and put down this little paper cluster with some double-sided tape. Now I'm just gathering some of the little bits of the cut apart sheet that came in the kit, and I'm just going to fussy cut them out. And through the magic of today's movie making, I'm going to magically make these fussy cut. There we go, yay! So it has a bunch of teacups and tea saucers and a teapot, and I decided to do the little deer and the fox on this page as well because I really like those. And why save them? I was going to save them because I really like them so much, but if I don't use them, then I never use them. So here I am going to go ahead and just audition these pieces to see where I want them. And I have this little tea bag that I'm going to staple some twine to, almost like it is really a tea bag. And then I do cut off the excess of that twine. So it does look pretty cool when it's done. I'm gonna stick it right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start adhering these pieces down. I take out the little phrase stickers from my kit, and I'm going to add a bunch of those, 2 to the upper left of that photo, and then I think about 3 or so down by the little deer. So now I'm going to add sequins to my page, and what I'm going to do, this is a one technique that you can use sequins for, is I'm just going to let them fall on my page, and wherever they fall, that's where I'm going to glue them. So you'll be able to see how I glue them right now. As you can see, I use art glitter glue and my tweezers, and I just lift up the sequin and put down a drop of glue, and then I put the sequin back down. And now I'm finishing the second little cluster, and again I just poured those sequins on and then glued them down where they landed for the most part. After this, I am going to add my journaling. I'm going to add it down below the fox area. And then that is going to be my page. I did tell you that this was for my best friend's birthday, and we went to the tea shop. I did add an XOXO and some little hearts around the layout just because I know they're there. They're kind of like an I Spy type thing, but they're not subtle, they're not easy to find. They're hard to find if you're looking for it. Anywho, back to my journaling. So that is my page. I'm going to leave a link to the kit down below in the description box. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.